Kwani kuna media kiasi Lodwa? Yeah, imeendelea sana. I did not expect all this representation here.
So waziri tuelezea tunakaribisha Turkana. Tutatuelezea come here to Turkana. What's the vision? What are we expecting from you? Then questions will follow. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to receive us here. We are in Turkana today, cradle of mankind, to have Kuala Usalama. And our intention today is to listen to the people of Turkana. This is the largest county in the country by landmass, and we have a representation of security officials, people who are in the security sector from the entire county, from the sub-location to the county level. We also have the representation of Wananchi, at least 5 stakeholders from every division in the entire Turkana county. And the objective of Kuala Usalama is to listen to the concerns of the citizens and the officials that are working here, including the security officers. So all the OCSs of Turkana County are here present today, and the OCPD and the county security team is also present here. As I said, it's our objective to listen to them, and I have had a security meeting here with the regional and county security team, and I have fairly some good brief about the main challenges of this area. As it is known in the entire republic, the first challenge we have here is the issue of banditry. Kerio Valley has always witnessed a serious problem of banditry, and Turkana is in a unique position where it is facing problems of banditry locally, but also facing it internationally, in the sense that the pastoral communities we border in South Sudan, in Uganda, in Ethiopia, also are a challenge to the Turkana people. So we have international challenge and the local challenge. On the part of the local, there has been relative peace in the Kerio Valley region based on the previous operations, Operation Malisa Walifu. But background of IG is working on the reform of the NPR to see how we can make it more seamless in terms of their welfare, but also in terms of accountability through the OCS, so that you don't have NPR having guns, but also harming the citizens. They must know that they are officers of national government. So on the Kerio Valley part, and then there was, as you very well know, His Excellency the President, when he came to office, ordered that we need to restore the schools that had been closed because of banditry. And a few schools in West Pokot County are yet to be completely restored, and a number of schools in Turkana South and Turkana East. As you may have seen, we have about 4 or 5 schools that are yet to be reconstructed. In this financial year, some resources have been given, and we believe that soon KDF will be given the amount so that they can work on those schools and restore them this financial year, so that we close this matter. On the question of international, the second problem that we have in the Turkana is the problem with neighboring countries. The challenges with the Tobosas in the part of South Sudan, the Dasnach in Ethiopia, and the Karamojang and other communities in the part of Uganda. Again, this is a challenge we are facing. We need to ask ourselves how we can work together, possibly have a multi-agency team that is going to be stationed in the key entry points to our country. For example, the police and the citizens have just been left to through NPR and other mechanisms to take care of Todonyang. It may be necessary now to have a multi-agency approach where the KDF, Kenya Defense Forces, will also come into presence to bolster the strength that we have there. We must do more around Nadabal, Kibish, and all the way to our border to Uganda. And again, we want to see how best we can work together with the NPR in those parts of the country, maybe train them better, remunerate them better, give them better uniform and give them better equipment so that they can work together with the security forces. Because of also this border to international border, we have challenges related to immigration or migration rather. We still have aliens, illegal immigrants that are coming through. We have porous borders that are facilitating trafficking in persons, and you will find that because of the operation that is going on in Marsabit, Turkana has become a weak point for some of these aliens to come through as they find their way access to Nairobi and all the way to South Africa and beyond. And it's our responsibility now to think through as security officers how then we can bolster also security operations there to deal with that. Other than that, other security challenges that we have here is the question of human-wildlife conflict. We have Turkana South Game Reserve. We have the Turkana, Lake Turkana, where there has been a conflict with the local community together with our KWS and other agencies. We want to see how best we can work together, especially with county government when it comes to the game reserves, so that we can make sure that there is better enforcement but protection of human rights for our people, but at the same time to make sure that criminals are not hiding in these places and end up causing security challenges to the residents of this area. The other issue that we are dealing with, an emerging issue, is illegal mining in some of the parts of Kerio Valley region, and we want to make sure that and this challenge is between West Pokot and Turkana County, and we want to see that that is sorted. We have also a bigger issue of boundaries. The boundary of Baringo, West Pokot, Turkana is giving us also security challenges, and we want to see how slowly we can work on boundary issues to make sure that our people can live in peace. Other than that, the international boundary is also important for us to safeguard our boundaries with South Sudan, with Ethiopia, with Uganda, and we want to make sure that that discussion is ongoing. It's beyond just this ministry. This is interministerial. We have foreign affairs, we have defense ministry working together to find a lasting solution insofar as boundaries is concerned, especially international boundaries. Lastly, these are just some of the key issues I've just picked, but one of which is to deal also with drugs and substance abuse. Because of these porous borders, you still have characters who are dealing with drug trafficking, and we'll be listening from Nakata today. One of the challenges is that you have very young population of under 18 who have very young people in Turkana, which is a surprise because of there is a lot of disorder that is as a result of drugs and then leads to mental health. And you will find that this is a challenge that is affecting young people, particularly those who are under 18, and we must see how best we work together to deal with this issue. On the last unique issue, which is unique for Turkana and Garissa County, is the question of refugee camp. We have challenges here that are related to the refugee camp. You know that there has been shortage of supply of food and other items to the refugees, which is threatening peace within the Kakuma camp, but also at the same time, which is a challenge in terms of local community vis-a-vis refugee community. And you remember we launched Shirika Plan on 28th of March this year, which is a plan that is government plan. And the challenge with that Shirika Plan is that there are many citizens who are yet to appreciate what it contains, and there are misgivings and misunderstandings that we must be able to iron out through public participation. And it is my considered view that the citizens also need to know that since it's a government plan, it's not a rigid plan, it's subject to review and based on public recommendations. Some people think that we should have done even longer and time for public participation, but we thought that starting the process was important, but revising the document as we progress, and particularly when we get proper commitment from development partners as we move from this humanitarian approach to development approach, so that local community can also benefit from it. And we need to see also how some of the refugees who come from areas that are now stable can be assisted to voluntarily go back home, so that we ease the pressure that is in Kakuma camp. So these are some of the issues, and we're looking forward to that discussion for the next 3 to 4 hours. And I'm very happy that there is such a large turnout of the public, but also the media. Santeni, I will take like 3 questions.
Mine is a quick one.
Let me start with you.
Yes, my name is Bakari from Standard.
Okay.
And Turkana community depends on this road, Kainu and Kitale Road.
Yes.
We have heard you saying that there's relative peace. Why is it that now the
curfew
still standing
I'll tell you about the curfew, and I'm sure that's one of those the discussions we'll have there. Either of you. No, I'll start with the local. I'll come to you, Seth, and gentlemen.
For coming here. We have 3 more sub-counties that were created. That was Aro, Subuta, and Lokriama.
Yeah.
But the administrative officers that are here, the DCC, the sub-county police commander, they don't have houses, they don't have vehicles, and the government is expecting them to perform. As we speak,
I understand you. You don't even need to emphasize. Let me say about, and then I'll take the last round. On the question of the road, I have been asked that because of the relative peace, we need to review the curfew, either to lift it or to review the times. I think for now, I will be listening to the views of the people, but we can review the time. We are amenable to reviewing the time, maybe to have a longer day until late evening, and then very early morning. And then if we say 10 to 4 a.m. works, then we give it 2-3 months. If the conditions become good, we can lift the curfew completely. So that is also something that is in the works. And then for administrative units, as you will see in the meeting, that is a major discussion there. You see, the day we wanted to give the administrative units, Wananchi was saying, give us the units, give us the sub-counties. We are telling them, no, we can't give you because there are no facilities, there are no offices, there are no houses for. They say, no, just give us. Let the county commissioner come, the deputy county commissioner, we will worry about the houses. Now after they have come, you are saying, no, why did you send people without accommodation? We are working on that. It is not a problem of Turkana alone. We have about 150 administrative units recently operationalized, that most of the DCCs are lacking officers. In our discussion, we'll be also seeing how best we'll work with NGCDF to help us partner together to build these administrative officers for our chiefs, for our ACCs, for our DCCs, among others. I'll take Seth, and then I'll take, where did the gentleman go? Okay.
Just to, first of all, the local one, is security assured in Tolonyang and Peiton, Turkana East.
Okay.
Families there have been awarded lot following the raids by suspected Ethiopian militia.
Yeah.
That is the first one. The second question is about your brief yesterday. There is a disparity between the figures in terms of number of fatalities. You announced 42 from the Sabasaba and the June 25th. The Kenya National Commission on Human Rights says the total figure is 61. So that disparity, can you address it?
Yes, let me take you so that we finish once. Laman. Yeah.
Zipo zile familia ambazo bado zinatafuta mili
ya
wapendwa wao.
Correct.
Hali imefika sasa wakati tunatangaza kwamba kuna juhudi ya kuimarisha usalama. Ya pili ni kwamba Police Reforms Working Group jana wakati walikuwa wanazungumza pia walizungumza wakasema kwamba kuna mili ya Wakenya wengi zaidi ambayo imekwama katika mochari ya hospitali za kibinafsi, na kwamba kuna ripoti kwamba Wizara ya Hazina ya Kitaifa inahitajika kutoa shilingi bilioni 1.3 ili kuhakikisha
bilioni
1.3.
Yeah.
Na kuhusiana na ripoti hiyo ni kwamba nyingi ya miili hizo ama miili hiyo walipoteza maisha yao wakati wa maandamano ya hivi karibuni.
Kwanza niseme kwamba What was your first question, sir? Todonyang, yes. Oh, which is the same, which is tied together. On Todonyang issue, remember there is still pending verification of the exact numbers. And partly because people who are suspected to have lost their lives inside the lake. So in the absence of finding the bodies, it's become very difficult to verify the exact numbers and say with the utmost certainty that this is the number of people. Missing persons report indicate that the numbers were higher. But confirmation, in terms of when you want to announce numbers, you can only say they are missing people. You can't say that they died, because by the legal procedure, you must first verify if those people died. Some reports also indicate that there are some people who are still alive, and they are in the other part of Ethiopia and so forth. But I don't know if that can be true for such a long period of time. So what we want to do is to continue working with communities to make sure that they report. In some instances, people don't know. Part of the reason why there's a disparity in numbers in Todonyang is because not everybody who was in the lake comes from the community in Todonyang there. Some even could have come from all the way from Kitale, some from Lodwar here, some from Kibish. So the issue is that as we continue accounting for the numbers, it's also important for us to improve on the security. And part of the request of the issues that were asked by the residents, some of them we could not meet them immediately because of budgetary concerns, but it is important, as I have proposed, that we have a multi-agency security team in Todonyang, because it's a unique place, an entry point. So there is commerce, cross-border commerce, there is fishing that is going on there, but there is also livestock farming. So all these activities happening there, and there is also boundary encroachment because of proper absence of security presence in that particular area. So it is an issue that we must deal with conclusively. Na kama vile tumeambiwa kwamba hapo Todonyang, nia yetu ni kuhakikisha kwamba wananchi wamesaidiwa, na tunataka kusaidiana pamoja na wananchi wakitupatia wale ambao tunajua kwa kweli kwamba walikuwa wanafanya fishing hapo na walipatikana katika ile janga ya mapikano katika sehemu hiyo. Lakini aswa zaidi ni lazima tuhakikishe kwamba mambo ya usalama katika Todonyang imezingatiwa kutumia multi-agency team. Tunataka KDF waungane na polisi pamoja na wananchi kuona kama vile tunaweza kusaidiana kuimarisha usalama katika sehemu hiyo. Pia I have been asked about the numbers that we announced yesterday by the National Police that came from National Police Service regarding the people who died in the last in Mandamano on 25th and 7th. First of all, let me say this, that even one life is very important. And we take seriously the question of loss of life. Some of those people who lost their lives, the circumstances are still being investigated, including a very young girl who painfully lost her life in that situation. And we want to say that nobody is intending to hide numbers. There is no value in hiding numbers, because it's about human beings. And the National Police Service has as a fast and signal. Immediately an incident happens, is reported directly to the National Police Service and it's recorded. And therefore, we have, if someone has a higher numbers than us, than the National Police Service, there is no problem. These are both national government institutions. They are national institutions. And there is no reason why they cannot meet and work on tallying those numbers for reasons of accountability. So my belief is that we want to see the list that comes from Kenya National Human Rights Commission. Sometimes, these numbers also mix up with people who have died on other situations, either accidents or somebody who has died out of sickness. Some may be added to the number, or some may be subtracted in the numbers that the police has given. So there is, for avoidance of doubt, there's no, if the numbers eventually is tallied and it becomes 61, beyond the numbers that have been received by the police, we will say 61. If it's more than 61, we will say that, because it is not something that we are trying to hide. There is no gain in hiding the people who have lost their lives. And the circumstances under which they lost their lives, as I said yesterday, will be subjected to proper investigations. Thank you. Asanteni sana.
Thank you.